Hey folks, so a lot of us obviously stuck at home, and I have tried to figure out some new things to do. Um, and if you know from the channel, you know that I do my own 3D CAD stuff for the channel. A lot of my intros and stuff have things that I've done. And there's even a little series that we made that I threw some of my 3D stuff in here. But kind of neat that I can pull this in here using what I believe to be a free product from Microsoft, this Paint 3D program. Um, but being able to move my 3D object around, so if I actually were to texture this ahead of time, I could come up with some pretty cool angles of it. Things that, maybe not so easy to do in some of the other softwares I have. Um, and we can do the orbit. We can zoom in and out with the rolling the mouse wheel. We can pan by holding the mouse in, as well as the out button and the left mouse button. So, nothing super exciting there, right? But let's look at some of the things that we can do here. So we have these different brushes that we can do, which I find really cool. Even an eraser. So you've got this marker here. We can pick different colors, and we zoom in. We can make some different effects on our 3D geometry. Now, what I think is really cool about this is once I go in and I want to orbit this. Look at that. It actually does stay on that face. So it's not like editing, say, in, I don't know, Microsoft Paint or Photoshop. It actually is going to stay on that surface. And so that is that is pretty darn cool, right? Now, a pencil, I haven't messed with this one, but it looks like, I could, it's not really too much of a difference. Here's my initials. Fill, let's see what fill does. If fill works like it does in Paint. I want to hopefully fill this whole surface in. Oh, no, it does the whole surface, alright. So Control Z should take that away, or hitting the undo button. But, just the mere fact that I can come in here and easily color these things, different colors, I kind of like that. I can do that in my other programs, but, this is just way easier. So, erase. What does erase do? Does it bring it back? It does. Check that out. Now that is freaking cool, I've got to say. Now, if you want to change the size of the eraser head, we would do that. And so that just really allows us to make some really cool designs out of this. Graffiti type stuff if we wanted to. I'm going to fill in a few more. We'll just change this up. I'll make some red. Throw in some different colors. Alright, and then we'll increase the thickness. So, I mean, just being able to do cool stuff like this graphically, I really like that, I gotta say. Now, the real question is if I will be able to keep this when I put it into HitFilm Pro. That is the real question. So we'll do that eventually. Now let's see what else we have here. We have 2D shapes. So if we wanted to put some 2D shapes on some things, now let's see if that actually stays there. It sure does. Well, not quite as good, right? It's just it's a 2D shape on top of that shape. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, once you kick out of it, it does stay there. So I can draw, let's see. You know, obviously I'm not an expert on this program. I just wanted you guys to see some of the crap that I'm playing with since I'm have all this free time on my hands. So we check that box, and if you want to do it again, you've got to click on the circle. And I told myself that, and yet. So if you wanted to do a polka dot pattern, quite capable of doing that too. So that is downright neat. So I'm going to move back and forth, so you check that out. And so we have all these different shapes, 3D shapes. Now, the question really is, can we attach a 3D shape to a 3D object? All right, so, and this is a, you know, in my opinion, a real 3D object, right? Because it was created as a solid in a CAD software, where this is, I think, more like just surfacing and things. So, all right, so we can expand that. Now, the question is if we can make this look good, like it belongs on top of that, right? So once I click out of it, let's see if it'll stay. And no, that 3D object did not attach. Is there a way to get it to attach? That's a good question. Let's try that again. 3D Doodle. So if you were to draw this, I think, have this sitting completely flat, you could line this up so that it would sit on top of that surface. But the question is getting it there is another story. So I'm going to get out of this one. So that's the 3D shapes. Now stickers. What can we do here, folks? Okay, so just like what I can do on my software program, I can add some basically texture to this, right? And if I want to make it smaller, okay, that didn't work so hot, did it? So somehow this thing is not working like it was. Let's go back, try that again. So that's weird, like you see it and then there you go. So kind of a cool effect there, right? So we'll go ahead and keep that, and then we will rotate around, and you see it's on the whole surface, and it blends in with the purple. So that's pretty cool. Really being able to change this up, right? So text, looks like you can create 3D text in here. So let's see here. I can rotate this. Now how do I add thickness is the real question to this. That's just the size of the font. Okay, so once you do that, it allows you to add some thickness in here. That's about it though, it looks like, folks. Not as good as what I was able to bring in, obviously. So let's delete that out. Now effects. What can we do with effects? Looks like our background, we can change our background up. That's not really that exciting. Changing up the lighting. Not too bad. Now canvas. I have canvas and then 3D library. Okay, so wow, I can add some three-dimensional stuff here. But nothing in particular that really works good here. Office supplies. We just want a computer, folks. That's all we're asking for is a computer. I got computers in space. So let's add the Earth to it. And we want to move that behind our object. There you go. Then actually we're having our 3D text is actually coming out of the Earth, huh? Now if we scoot it back just a little bit, there you go. Now how is that for a cool image, huh? So the series I'm working on, 2020 how to build a computer, and there is a new JPEG for it that I'm going to have. So hey, thanks for checking out this video. Please like, please subscribe.